Now let's look a little bit more deeply into the project panel within Premiere. I'll go ahead and I'll start a new project. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call this Demo 2. I'll save it in the default location. I'll leave the import settings as they were before, but I will go ahead and I will navigate to the location where I have the video files that I want to use for this example. I'm going to bring in this folder called Raw Footage, so I'll just go ahead and click Create. As you can see, Premiere is going ahead and importing all of the files into the project pane. Depending on how many files you have and the size of the files, it may take a few minutes in order for all the media to get added into your project. Now that my raw footage has been added into the project bin, you'll see a folder. In Premiere, we call folders bins. If I twirl open this folder, you'll see that I have subfolders or sub-bins. I've gone ahead and placed my various video clips within these folders so that I could keep my video files a little bit more organized. The project panel stores all of the clips that link to media assets that you have imported. This will include video files, audio files, still images, and in addition, the Premiere sequence files will be stored in the project pane as well. If you go ahead and give a little bit more real estate to the project pane, you'll see that we have quite a bit of information that's going to be included inside the project bin. If I open any of these folders, you'll see the name of the file, and then we can get information on the frame rate in which the video was captured, the media start and end time, media duration, and in addition, a bunch of other information. This is all metadata that's stored with the video clips. Sometimes, depending on what you want to do within the project window, the window can feel a little bit small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the window. You can easily do this by double-clicking on the name of the window, project, or the keyboard shortcut is to tap the tilde key, which is located right underneath your escape key on your keypad. Now that I've expanded the project window, you can see that we have an easier way to view the metadata for all of the clips. There still is quite a bit of information and possibly information that we don't really need. If you want to alter the metadata information that's included, just go up to the row that contains the metadata and right-click or control-click and open up the metadata display. This will allow you to add all sorts of additional metadata, but if we just go ahead and open the Premiere Pro project metadata, we can control exactly what metadata we want to see. I'll go ahead and I'll click to turn everything on and then click again to turn everything off. Then I'm simply going to go ahead and just click the metadata that I want to see. We'll go ahead and add label, media type, frame rate, media duration. Let's add our video in and out points. We'll go ahead and add video duration. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add comment. I'll go ahead and click OK. And now the number of columns has been reduced down to just display the columns that I've specified. Right now I'm in list view. This will list all of the footage alphabetically. Now because my video footage has been taken right off of my camera, the names are not very descriptive. So I'm going to switch into a different view. If you want to switch the views, you can control the view down here in the lower left-hand corner. So if we switch to icon view, it's going to show us an icon. Right now we're looking at the main bin called raw footage. If I double click, you'll see I have two sub bins, California and Mexico, and if I double click on one of those, it's going to take me into that particular bin. Once we're inside of the bin, we can get a more visual view of what the clips may look like. If you come down to the slider right here, you can adjust the size of the thumbnails, and you can actually make the thumbnails quite big, which can be very helpful. Once you can see the thumbnails better, if you come to any of the clips and you just move your mouse right and left across the clip, you can scrub the clip. This is called hover scrubbing, and it lets you kind of preview what sort of information is in that particular clip. In addition, if you click on the clip once, you'll actually get a little timeline scrubber, which is another place in which you can scrub across the clip. This will allow you to preview what's going on with this particular clip. In addition to being able to scrub the clips, you can also see the total duration of the clip, and this little icon right here is going to indicate if this clip has any sound. So you can see that the fish clip down here does not contain that icon. That's because this clip does not contain any sound. If you right-click on any of the clips, you can rename them and give them a name that is more accurate to what the clip is actually about. So I'm going to change the name here to Leopard Shark. If you name your clips, it may be easier for you to understand what the clips are about, especially if you're in list view. In addition to this, we can change the view to the freeform view. Freeform view is going to look a lot like icon view, but the advantage of freeform view is you can actually grab the clips and drag them into a separate location. So if I was just trying to get organized and maybe like work out a rough cut of what I might want to be showing in my project, I could go ahead and I could display the clips and stack them in a particular view. So let's say I wanted to put all my shark clips together. I could grab all of the shark clips and kind of group them together. I could also go ahead and place these in any sort of order. If you right-click in the project bin, you can go ahead and you can click Align to Grid. This is going to align all of the elements onto a grid. So now you can see that even though I've moved some of the clips, they all line up. If you want to revert back to what you had before, if you right-click once again, you can reset to grid. And then you have all these different options on how you want to reset the grid. So I'm just going to simply reset my grid by name. And this will go ahead and reorganize my clips in the descending name order of which they were saved. If I want to go into the raw footage bin, I can navigate up here to raw footage. Then I can go into my Mexico bin and I can view the clips that are within this bin. It will take a couple of seconds for the preview to load so that you can have an idea of what these clips contain. Using the project window is a great way to just get organized and be able to preview some of your clips. In addition, I really like being able to preview the clips and then specify something about them. As you hover scrub through the clips, you might find a particular view that you think is a better representation of what this clip is all about. If you want to change the default poster frame of a particular clip, all you have to do is scrub to that area of the clip, and then if we right-click on the clip, we can go ahead and we can set the poster frame. Now the poster frame for this clip is going to be this particular portion of the clip instead of the first frame of the clip. Sometimes the first frame of the clip is not a very good indication of what the clip is about. So this particular clip, it's hard to see what this clip is about. But as I scrub through the clip, you can see that the whale shark is emerging. I might want to change the poster frame so that it shows a better indication of what this clip is about. Again, you simply right-click and you'll choose Set Poster Frame. If we go back to the list view, you may want to add some comments. I might want to say something like, great side shot of whale shark. If I want to give more horizontal space for this column, you can simply put your mouse in between the column separators and then just click, hold, and drag, and that will allow you to give the columns more or less space. Being able to utilize these various techniques to organize your project bin can be very helpful, especially if you have a lot of clips that you're trying to work with. Once you're finished working in this full screen view, you can simply hit the tilde key again, and that will bring the project window back down to the original size. Remember that you can always put your mouse in between any of these panes and expand or collapse the panes depending on what it is that you're trying to do. The project pane is where you'll import, locate, find, organize, and preview your clips. This can be a very important element of your workflow since it allows you to get organized and to ensure that you're ready to start building out your Premiere project.